All intelligence is information, but not all information is intelligence. And today, I'm going to teach you to understand how trash can be a valuable source of intelligence. But ask yourself a question, how it can be of value, and what are the dangers people and businesses needs to watch out for. There is the expression which I heard a long time ago. It says, one man's trash is another man's treasure. In today's podcast episode, we're going to look how to structure the management of intelligence and what you need to know about trash intelligence. For those who don't know me, my name is Bekes, and I would like to welcome you all to my podcast, Life the Battlefield. As well, I'm the Guinness World Record holder for the longest continuous audio broadcast, 55 hours and 25 minutes. As well, I spent 1,800 consecutive combat days in war in ex-Yugoslavia. My professional career involves investigating, interrogating of high-position organized crime figures, traitors, spies, as well as I was working in diplomatic intelligence sector. Just to make sure that you understand that I'm talking the facts, not the opinions. I'm the bestseller book author, and some of my books, as you can see here, are talking about corporate informant management, whistleblowers, corporate workplace investigations, crime methods, and interviewing techniques, and the list goes on. If you'd like to know more about my books, feel free to go on my website, mariobekes.com.au. But let's go now dig deep into trash intelligence. So let me put you into the context. In today's business and government environment, using intelligence is vital to make plans for the future and to predict, understand, or maybe spot isolate threats. Intelligence consists of information both tangible or intangible. That can be anything from blueprints, product information, and client details to pricing, even ideas. A vast amount of money is understandably poured into the IT sector in order to safeguard intellectual property and other information. However, often there is also extensive effort direct to social media monitoring to learn who is who says what, and to whom. And despite those facts, most information resides on clouds, servers, and other forms of digital storage. We still print, we make notes, and we send messages that can be electronically or via paper. What most companies and other sectors disregard is the human intelligence factor, which also play a very crucial role in the society we live. And that's the one reason for this, our focus on digital threats and ignorance about garbage. You know, the garbage you have at your home. In Australia, that's very, very obvious. Garbage is, in front of every house. If you drive any suburb, talking about Australia exclusively now, on a street level, which means it's openly accessible to everybody and anybody to access your garbage bins. While everybody love to talk about what? Digital storage, the clouds, the monitoring. I do remember during the COVID-19 here in Australia, how heavily it was being monitored online, while yet everybody forgot about garbage. Why? Garbage can be a very valuable source to people seeking intelligence. The question is, you can ask yourself, what defines this garbage or trash? But trash, what we mean, it's a rubbish or waste, especially domestic refuse, seemingly worthless or meaningless material or ideas, unwanted data in a computer memory. To understand this, let me just jump on you the purpose of intelligence cycle and why it's important. The intelligence cycle has been designed to assist intelligence agencies and analysts to gain useful information that can help identify threats. More sophisticated criminals also use forms of intelligence cycle, typical for extortion-based crime. You see the movies how people are spying, in the movies how people are gathering information. But what you don't see, it's those 5 elements and how this your trash actually fits into some intelligence agency scope of the war. Number 1, it's planning. That's the number 1, it's to decide the key objective. Who is going to be spied, why, and maybe it's you. Second one, it's collecting how, when, who, where, and why. Third one, it's analysis. Fourth, dissemination, and then recommendations. Now, there's intelligence cycles and there's a content intelligence as well. But content intelligence is a proactive approach, while content intelligence it's reactive in nature. So, intelligence it's proactive, content intelligence it's reactive. The first step in intelligence management cycle it's planning. Planning is about deciding the key objective, and then intelligence management cycle moves on to the next step to information collection. There are different ways of raw intelligence data collected, and then through intelligence cycle it's analyzed and converted into the useful intelligence. And then people who collect, analyze, and everything else give their bosses, who take to their bosses, which they are politicians and heads of the agencies, ministers and everything else, and then they do need to decision making. So I know when I was doing these things, I was presenting, I will say like 80% of the people in a room, they couldn't understand what the intelligence it is. They were more connecting the data being collected by us in agency with what they read in newspapers. Well, it doesn't work that way. So most of the time, the data presented is not being understood by the many in the government, but thank God we have the agencies who keep that pushing with the head of the state and people who are the advisors to the presidents or the prime ministers. Why is this important? When you understand all these 5 elements of intelligence cycle, it is only difference with the content intelligence is that intelligence is going from my home to your home, figuratively speaking, metaphorically speaking. Content intelligence is understanding what's happening in my home. So doing things inside of my house, looking for the problems in my house, and then try to utilize these problems, when I found them, to confuse you in your house. Trash intelligence. It is pivotal moment in collection of the data or informations that turn into intelligence. This come into play during the collection point of intelligence management cycle. Typically, intelligence analysts, government, corporate, or even criminals will try to find the most inexpensive, a reliable source of information. Human intelligence activity consists of different methods: surveillance, counter-surveillance, intelligence gathering, informants, data means, interrogations, and the satellite imagery, list goes on. That's all based on intelligence key objectives. A method often overlooked and one of the most inexpensive forms of intelligence gathering is trash intelligence, or as we call it, trash int. This is intelligence collection through searching. Correct. I know you guessed it, you're right. Someone else's garbage or waste. Now, I know that nobody wants to touch someone else's waste and garbage, because most people see garbage as having no value, hence it's being considered trash. There is surprising range of things that end up in the trash, including tax file details, invoices, receipts, work documents, blueprints, and digital storage. Trash intelligence includes as well digital items too. More than likely, we have all replaced our computer, phone, or tablet, and all digital devices contain data, and this frequently remains on hard drive and devices. Needless to say that my company, Insta Intelligence, we carried out a few years ago 15 of 22 second-hand hard drive purchased on the open market contained highly sensitive personal data, including bank details, medical information, and home addresses. Trash intelligence does not only assist intelligence or law enforcement agencies in the profiling of the suspect, but it can give a criminal a considerable about very personal or sensitive business data. I want you to, for the moment, stop and think here. Everybody sees that trash is very invaluable asset. I agree with you. No, don't take me wrong. That's the reason why I put in the garbage bins. I love this cup, Life the Butterfly. When I was working where I was working long time ago, there was a less sophisticated methods of collection of the data. One of them is the garbage. Now, when you see the garbage in Australia, you see that on the street level, the homes with the yellow bin lids, red lids, the green bin lids. representing different type of the garbage. But what you don't forgetting, it's one thing, that it's a garbage. I don't see the garbage as a garbage. I see garbage as a very expensive source of intelligence. For example, banks. Banks love garbage. They love to print. They love to shred. They love to do many things. Speaking about shredding data, you remember 1980 when the Americans, with all this sophisticated technology and the satellites and everything what they have, the Iranians stormed the embassy and they assembled shredded data, which was considered the garbage. They didn't burn; it was shredded. After that, everything has gone into the fireplace to be burned. The fact is, when I see the trash, I see something very valuable. Not in every garbage bin I'm walking around, but if you become the person of interest to somebody, for example, in corporation, there's a great case between Oracle and Microsoft. You can Google it, how they utilize the garbage from the offices as a source of intelligence. They end up on a court because it was mishandled. Amateurs doing amateurish job. When I was working in a government agency, I was doing this very carefully. Number one, the data in garbage bins, it doesn't consist in one visit. You need to visit garbage bin many, many times. But in garbage bins, we're throwing everything and anything. Actually, it's profiling us. Even the food, when somebody die and you go on an autopsy, what they do first thing, they're checking your stomach. They're checking what is in your stomach. What's the content of your stomach last 24 hours, in your blood, in your stomach. Same is with the garbage bin. There's a different type of foods. But there we come to the point where the papers has been, sketches, blueprints, the USBs, by accident thrown, and things goes on. Then we go a little bit sophisticated, little bit more sophisticated. Your iPads, your phones, and anything else. Yeah, it says delete all data on a computer. Yeah, sure, right. It doesn't delete everything. Ever. You must know this. You can quote me that. If you have somebody who doesn't know what he or she is doing with your data on the computer, on your devices, digital devices, how to delete, there will be the data. You can mark my words. And now we come to the point where you are sleeping. When you are sleeping, your trash is on a street level, belongs to the council. Yeah, can you go into prison for raiding somebody's trash? No, really. In case you're wondering whether it is legal to search someone's trash if the bins are on private business premises, then it's illegal without search warrant. You can't go to someone else's premises or house and search the garbage. This is also true of secure locked bins. However, once garbage is on a street or in a public premises, it is not illegal. I want you to pay attention. When you hire the cleaners in your office, I'm not sure how you're waiting them. We're waiting for our clients. But even this is not secure. When we leave our offices, metaphorically speaking, 5 o'clock, garbage bins are full. They're taking this garbage. Where they're taking this garbage? You don't know this. Most of the time it is in a garbage bin, bigger one, trucks come collect and list goes on. When you have the secure bins, I have in my workplace, we're shredding everything 3 times. Not once, 3 times shredding. Then we put it in a secure bin where they're doing shredding as well. The garbage on a street level or any building outside, it's free to search. And you can't do nothing. Maybe you can get the fine because you're disturbing the public peace and order, but that's it maybe. Garbage, it is something you need to pay attention what you're putting in, because there are the people who's gonna come visit your garbage bin, either at your workplace or at your home, at the times when you least expecting. I know something, hypothetically speaking, when I used to be work, I was being told the garbage bins will be taken from the home 100 meters down the street, emptied on a plastic bag, and take it away. Nobody checks the garbage bins in the morning. We know the truck was there to pick up the garbage and you believe that it has been collected. So that's the modus operandi. Trash intelligence is a very powerful intelligence gathering modus operandi. So don't disregard your garbage as just a garbage. Let me know, what do you think? Thank you for watching. Let me know in comment section below, is the trash has the value for you or not? Thank you.